So YouTube Live is up. Instagram Live is up. And you all are Facebook living. So we're going to move this in here. So I, well, I need to have this like, well, no, I need to put that right there. Y'all, I have so many freaking devices. Anyway, we're just going to do this right here. Okay. Wait a second. I'm so sorry that I'm not set up. Okay. Do not fall. Do not fall. Okay. Thank you all for being on here tonight. First of all, this live, I have to do this before I go any further. This live tonight is sponsored by Allantis Oil Fragrance. Allantis Oil Fragrance. He is located in the International Flea Market on 239 Greens Road on the upper level 77060. You can also follow him on Facebook at Allantis Oil and Instagram at Allantis Oil. Again, tonight this Facebook Live is sponsored by Allantis Oil Fragrance, located inside of the International Flea Market on 239 Greens Road on the upper level. As soon as you go up the stairs, it's the one that sells all the like African fragrances and the black soap and all that kind of stuff on Greens Road. Zip code is 77060. You can also follow them on Facebook at Allantis Oil and Instagram at Allantis Oil. So let's get a few hot topics out of the way. I'm going to be more so focused on Facebook Live. So Instagram Live, you all, okay, y'all jumping on here. Instagram Live, you all got me over here in YouTube Live. Okay, I see a couple of y'all on YouTube Live as well. So let's get a few hot topics out of the way. I don't know any topics that's really, really new in the news for this week, but the ones that was sent over to me that I saw on Black American Web was John Legend and Chrissy Teigen, I don't know who she is, are having a baby boy. So that's supposed to be a hot topic, a hot thing. John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are having a baby boy. We have three hot topics. The next hot topic I have is we know Monique, the comedian Monique, it has been in the media for the last few weeks with this Netflix thing. So Monique defends her Netflix boycott. The comedian actress has been out on social media asking for support from her fans and from celebrity friends to help her with this boycott. Now, I don't try and get into that because I don't want to be restricted on social media, because if you say certain things about some of these people, by us trying to, I guess I could say by us trying to make it, they will restrict us. They will have our things taken down. So I'm not going to say too much about that, but that is a hot topic right now. The last hot topic I have. So y'all go follow Monique. Now, I will say this. I did listen to a couple of her videos Saturday in the car, and how she cursed at Tyler Perry and the other guy that does Empire. I don't understand how you feel, or how anybody can feel that they can make it in this world being nasty to people and talking to people. And I'm gonna leave it right there. If you want respect, you have to give respect. Okay, I'm very respectful to people, but if you step to me, I'm gonna step to you back. Okay, so you can't just curse at people. You can't talk to people any kind of way and expect to get what you want, because folks won't be calling you. Folks will not be calling on you, and you'll get a name for people not to call on you because you're very nasty and you have an attitude. So just let that be. What's his name? Troy D. Anderson? No, Lee Daniels. That's his name. Thank you, Dwight. That is his name, Lee Daniels. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Sharika, my prayers are with you and your family. My prayers are with you all. I can't say I know how your family feels right now. I know you just lost your mother, then you lost your brother. And the tripped out thing about it is, we lost our moms, I think, a month apart. And then my brother was in the hospital this weekend. And, I was going, oh my God, no, no, no. I kept it together, but I kept thinking how it was so ironic how our families went through the same thing just a month apart. And then my brother ended up in the hospital over something that was really, really serious. I didn't put it on social media because I respect his privacy. But just know my prayers are with you and your family in the loss of your brother. The last topic I have, y'all know Cardi B has signed a contract with Amazon. I am so happy for Cardi B. I am so happy for her. And also, I hear Alexa is looking to put Cardi B's voice. She's supposed to be, they're looking to put her voice on Alexa. Can y'all imagine? I don't have an Alexa for specific reasons. I just use my Siri and tell Siri to ask Siri what I want and all this kind of stuff. But I know Alexa's more advanced. As the hot topics, we really did a lot of hot topics this week. You know, the Grammys was a few days ago, and I will say the best pictures that I saw that I really liked was yes, which she's getting that shmoney, yes, Justice. The best pictures that I think I saw on the Grammys were, of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z. I love how they take the Blue Ivy with them everywhere they go. Now, they didn't have the twins with them, I don't think. But I love, love, love how they take Blue Ivy with them everywhere they go. And she was sitting in the Grammys feeding her. And people could be so rude. They was on social media talking about how she gonna feed her baby at the Grammys. The same way you go to church and feed your children in church. The same reason. Ain't no different. You sit through a Grammy 2 and 3 hours. You sit through church 30 minutes and think you need to tiptoe out and to go to the car and get you a drink of that Coke and Dr. Pepper, or feed your kids some Teddy Grahams and some a Rice Krispie treat and some gummy bears. The same way. So y'all stop with all that foolishness. So let's get to talking about our topic for tonight. Let me tell you all what I did, what I had to do. We're still going to talk about the topic. Do you know the person who you're sleeping with, and are you sleeping with the enemy? Now, when I put out there today, if you have questions that you wanted me to ask tonight on via social media, via this live, or if you had questions that you wanted to ask me during the live, you can do it. Bring them to my inbox anonymously. I would not say your name if you don't want your name said. So, of course, I had 7 people. Well, it ended up being 9, but I took maybe 7 people's questions, and I kind of just took what I had and put it to the side because I think I more so wanted to deal with the questions that was asked and the comments that people were making in my inbox. They weren't bad. Now, some of them were distasteful. When I say distasteful, the only thing I mean that they wanted me to say certain things about what their husbands was doing and this and that, and I wasn't going to do that because I'm friends with you and probably a couple of them, your spouses on, and I'm not going to do that. That's something I'm not going to do. If you want your spouse to know, if you know you sleeping with the enemy, or if you know your spouse, that's for y'all to do. It's not for me to do a video and throw shade and do that. I'm not going to do that. But what I did do, I took some of the questions and comments and I just put them into what I will talk about tonight. And that should cover mostly everything that people was asking me in my inbox about this. So first of all, how well do you know the person that you are sleeping with? Again, how well do you and me know the person that you or we're sleeping with? Are you sleeping with somebody that you just met? Are you sleeping with a one-night stander? Are you sleeping with a drunken love, meaning somebody that you met in the bar and you got drunk and y'all agreed to go to the house and get your groove on? Hey, Carolyn. Are you sleeping with someone you met online? These are some of the things that we're going to cover. And I'm going to try not to let this video be a long video. Thank you so much, Dwight. How well, again, do you know the person you're sleeping with? And then we'll go into, are you sleeping with the enemy? I think I like that one better, but I'm going to cover this here. How long have you known the person that you're sleeping with? Let's get into this one. So many times we start dating people, and before we really know the person, we want to start sleeping with them. Why? Because of our hormones. Why? Because of our mental faculties. Why? Because we find, hey, Thaddeus, I was on your, my cousin pastor's on here. I was just on your thing before I came on, before I started mine. So many times we sleep with people and we really don't know them that well. We feel like, oh, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. True, that's fine. That's absolutely great. You can sleep with who you want to. But do you know anything about this person's past history? Do you know how many people this person is sleeping with? Because let's be real now. Whoever this person have been smashing, knocking the boots with, when they come to you and you all are exchanging those fluids, you're sleeping with those same people. Let's be realistic. Let's not be stupid. And I thought about this question because I hear some of the students let me go back to this. I hear some young adults at times talking about things that they see their parents doing or talking about some of the things that they do. And I'm like, dang, grown-ups still doing that? Grown-ups are still going to the club, picking up people, taking them home taking them home where your kids are. Grown-ups are saying, again, hey, Suzette, you can do what you want to do. None of us are exempt from this. There are some things in here that I've done I'm not proud of. So I'll be the first one to say I'm not throwing rocks or stones at anyone. I'm not doing that. But what I am doing, I just want to talk about this to try and not so much teach, but just try and shine the light on some things that we're doing that we're just really getting too old to do. Maybe some of you don't agree, and that's fine. You may go to your grave still having one night stands. That's you, and that's your business. Is this person a one night stander? Is this someone who you met at the grocery store? Is this someone who you met at the gas station and y'all stood outside for 2 and 3 hours and talked, and you haven't had sex for a long time? They haven't had sex, or so they say they haven't. And because they're telling you everything that you want to hear. Or maybe you met them in a club, or maybe you met them somewhere, but you met them the same day. Or maybe you met them that morning at Starbucks and y'all exchanged numbers and you was texting all day long and talking all day long. And they've convinced you to come over to their place. And come on, somebody, this stuff happens. Let's stop acting like it don't happen. Maybe you have not fallen in that predicament before, but it happens. Do you really know the person who you are sleeping with? Do you know? Come on. Is this person a result of a drunken love? I said earlier, is this somebody you met in the club? And this has happened to a many of people. Maybe not you. Maybe not me. But this has happened. We've been in the club and we've been drinking and you're feeling good and you're feeling the mood and you dancing and they come behind you and you, hey, yeah, and you twerking and you doing all this and they coming behind you and you ain't had them breasts felt on in a long time and they doing all that and they getting you and you grinding up on them and stuff and y'all getting it up. Y'all know how they do in the club. Come on, somebody. And you feeling real good. You got that drink up in you and they touching on you and things and you bending it over and you doing everything and they all up in your ear and they all up on your neck and they telling you some sweet nothings in your ear. And maybe you haven't heard them in a while, or maybe you're just a product of a person that goes to the club and pick them up. I don't know. But it happens. We have so many one night stander babies, kids who are products of one night standers. So are you a person that do that? How well do you know the person who you are sleeping with? Or are you just desperate that you really don't care who you sleep with? You just want sex. Are you that person that get up and get online and get in women's inboxes and make offers that who you don't know? The only thing you've been doing, going through their pictures, putting likes to their pictures and maybe saying good morning, but you're waking up and on a daily basis, hey, I wish I can do this. Hey, let me take you to dinner. And you're really making it known what you want to do. You may not come out and say, hey, I want to have sex with you, but you're in that DM, you're in that inbox, and you're really painting the picture what you want to do. Hey, I saw you, you look good. I like them curves. I like such and such and such. I would like to take you out tonight. Hey, and then after that, I do some paintings. I would love for you to come back to my apartment and look at my paintings. Or I love for you to come to my house and look at my paintings. I'm just saying, you shouldn't want nobody where you live, at your residence. I don't care if you live by yourself, who you don't know. You're trusting too many people. Again, do you really know the person who you are sleeping with? Come on. You're all in people's DM. You're desperately wanting sex. And listen, people, listen to me well. We have people who are out there who are desperately just wanting sex. And this is what they do on a daily basis. I'm telling you what, I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I know this for sure. A daily basis. You know how I know? Because they go and they get that observe and they go to the back page and they find these escorts and they go and they sleep with them. They don't know them from Adam. They don't know him from Eve. They don't know him from Thelma. They don't know him from Louise, but they do it, and women do the same thing. Now they have them to where women can go and get them some DICK. They can buy it. And the women don't know him from Woody Woodpecker to Tom and Jerry. They just want some some DICK. That's all they want. So they're willing to go and buy it. Listen, this is not, I'm not saying it to be humorous or anything. This is what's going on. You have some people that do this. So how well do you really know the person who you are sleeping with? Or do you have an agreement with friends that, hey, this is just friends with benefits. We're just going to be friends and we're just going to sleep together. Whenever you get horny, I get horny. Let's do that. Hey, some people have that agreement. You know, you know, let's be transparent. I had a friend long time ago. We were long time friends. When I say long time friends. It wasn't nobody I just met. But we had an agreement, you know, because I didn't want to go out and sleep with nobody else. And this person didn't want to go out and sleep with nobody else. We're talking about years ago. We're not talking about nothing. Honey, look, you do better when you learn better, okay? When this mental mind mature, you do better. We're talking about when I was younger. But there was an agreement. So how well do you know the person? I knew that person very well. But that person was going out messing around with other people as well, which I didn't know. But when I found out, I cut it loose because the agreement was broken. So are you sleeping with people for benefits? Do you sleep with somebody because you need the money? Do you sleep with somebody when the rent is doing you a couple of $100s short and you be like, oh, I know I can call Billy, or I know I can call John, or I know I can call Sam, or I know I can call Henry. I already know all I got to do is just sleep with him. He gonna give me a couple of $100s. We have those type of men who would do that. They would strap you down and give you a couple of $100s. Again, how well do you know the person who you are sleeping with? Here's another thing. While you're sitting there doing all of that, think about the different diseases that's going around. Think about HIV. Because a lot of times, and these guys these days, they ain't trying to do nothing with no condom on. Now, you have some that still respect their bodies and respect themselves. They will use protection. But you have some that will tell you, you know, I heard something that was so crazy. I saw it on Facebook, no, I think Instagram Live, back in the summertime, where this guy was saying that, and I guess the ladies were believing he was fine. He was fine as heck. But he was letting the ladies know that when he have sex with them, he don't have to use a condom because he uses this lubricant that once it dries, it dries into a condom. Now, maybe that's true. I don't know, but I've never heard it. And I tried to Google it and I didn't find it anywhere. So I'm like, and the comments that the women were putting on his Instagram Live, you know, and I'm like, they're really believing this stuff. You know, I'm just saying, don't be so naive to where you want sex that bad to where you just believe anything. Again, how well do you know the person who you even listening to, who you want to have sex with, okay? You know, again, you having sex with people that you barely know. You have to know people before you be sexually involved. Yes, it's easy for me to say that because now I'm older. I've learned, and I'm talking to my seasoned and my older people. The younger people, they will eventually get it. And I'm not saying all young people do it. I'm not throwing stones at anybody, but I'm saying us older people who know better, who knows the diseases that's going around, who knows the STDs that's going around, we know better. So let's do better. For safety purposes, everybody ain't clean who you think. Just because they got a pretty face and smell like Hollywood, Michael Kors, don't mean that they're clean. Just because they may look pretty and shaved down there don't mean on the inside when you open it up it's gonna be clean. Come on, I'm just gonna keep it real. Can your girl keep it real tonight? Just because he come in smelling like black Ralph Lauren polo and smelling like Tom Ford, don't mean that he lift them balls up and clean good up on them. Don't mean he pull that skin back and clean real good. All right? While y'all trying to suck and all this stuff, you better be careful who you're sleeping with. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you the truth. This is not for humor or anything like that because it's a lot that's going on with older people catching diseases, older people sitting up in the clinic because of STDs. Come on now. At one point, we only saw younger people go through that. You know, high school people, you know, who really didn't know any better. You shouldn't be 45, 50 years old still going through this here because you failed to tell somebody to put on a condom or because you just didn't get to know the person who you were sleeping with. Now, there's a difference if this is somebody who you've been involved with or if it's your husband or your wife and a disease came home. Okay, that's something that was far beyond your control. You were having sex or making love to somebody who you know, somebody who you have sex with very often, and they're the one that came back and gave you disease. So that's a different thing. Now, let's talk about, are you sleeping with the enemy? Hey, Nikki. Are you, thank you, Dwight, are you sleeping with the enemy? Enemy lovers want to possess, if you don't know what this means. Enemy lovers, they want to possess and control you. They want to tell you everything you can and you cannot do, and you sleeping with them. They want to act like they're your daddy. Come on. They want to act like they're your mama. Come on, somebody. They want to possess you. Um, they wear you down emotionally, emotionally. They wear you down physically, physically. They wear you down mentally. They wear you down. They weaken your self-confidence and they break your spirit down. Sleeping with the enemy, these are the things that they do. They tend to want to be away from you for hours and hours. They tend to pick arguments with you. They tend to try and blame everything on you when you know you're not doing anything wrong. When you're in an argument, they tend to want to flip the script on you. When you know they're the ones that did it, then they want to say, "No, I didn't do it. Now you the one that did such." No, no, boo. No, bro. And it ain't just our men; it's our women too. It's the women too. It's the women that's trying to weigh these men down emotionally because you want to be out doing what you want to do. You want them to be there paying the bills and you want them to be there paying your car note, but then you're weighing them down. So women, this is just not for men. They make you believe you cannot make it without them. When you're sleeping with the enemy, they make you believe you cannot make it without them. They make you believe ain't nobody else gonna want you. They make you believe you can't survive without them. They make you believe you where you are today because of them. They make you believe if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have what you have. They make you believe all these things. And if you don't believe it, they make you believe that you're not being submissive to them. You're not being submissive to them. You know, they make you feel like you are just the worst person. That's so the spotlight can be off of them. Come on, but you're yet and still sleeping with the enemy. They make you insecure by rejecting behaviors like not talking to you. And like I said, disappearing. You know, some of them be gone all day long, ain't got no job. Even if they do have a job, they'd rather go hang out with the boys, with the bros, than come home. And they know you done cook. They know you've done everything at home. They know you've cooked clean, and you have their bath water ready. You have their dinner ready, but they rather go out and stay out until you go to bed at night and come on. Come on, but you're sleeping with the enemy. Then they want to come jump on you and hump on you all night long, and you let them. And I understand women. I understand it. I've been there. That's why I can talk about it. But I also gave myself permission to free myself from that. Free your mind and the rest will follow. You have to free yourself, free your mind from sleeping with the enemy. They will make you believe that everything you are doing is your fault. Even if you catch them in the act, they find almost like a narcissist. They'll turn it on you, you know. And when you first meet them, they're ever so nice. They make you feel like you're Cleopatra, or they make you feel like you're the most beautifulest thing that they've ever met. They make you feel like that they'll never leave you nor forsake you, just so they can get you where they want you, right in the palm of your hand. Right in the palm of your hand. Come on, right in the palm of your hand. I know I'm talking to somebody. I've been there. I've fallen for it. I've fallen for the okie doke. You know why? Because when I love hard. I love hard. And when I love hard, I allow any and everything to come in from that person. And I want that person to show me that they're not for me. I don't want to bring anything to them. You know, I don't want to be the one to bring about the commotion. If you're not for me, let me see it for myself. You know, I'm not going to listen to my girlfriends and my boyfriends telling me, oh, they this, they that, they not for you, this and that. Let me see it for myself. That's another thing. Stop listening to what people tell you. Stop listening to what other people tell you about who you are with. See for yourself. Because if you leave somebody because of what somebody else is saying, you're going to end up right back there with them. Because eventually you're going to click and say, you know what? I didn't see that coming. I mean, I didn't see that in them. Such and such told me. Wait to see it for yourselves with your physical eye. With your physical eye. Come on, the Bible say you can divorce if you find if you catch, you know, your husband and your wife cheating. I mean, catch him in the act, you know. That's hey. I didn't write the word, I just happened to read it. I ain't out to preach it, I'm just out to teach it a little bit. But again, do you really know who you are sleeping with? Do you really know the person who you are giving all of your time with? Or are you sleeping with the enemy? Let me look at some of you all's comments. I need to put on these glasses, honey, because if I tell you, baby, oh, that is much better. These eyes of mine, hump around in that Bobby Brown voice. Yeah, they'll get you with their music. They use you and make you weak. They attack your support system. Absolutely, Bridget. They will attack your support system. That is a good one. Absolutely. Your support system can be that reserve nerve. Your support system can be your family members. They will try and attack any and everything around you to make all of you all feel weak and to make all of you all, they'll make you feel like they're attacking them. And when they're the ones, who's the enemy? I tell you, the devil is shrewd. Stay away from those who want to re-raise you. You know what? Come on now. You said a mouthful right there. I say all the time, grown people cannot be re-raised. And so many times we fall into these situations because we weren't raised with our fathers. We were not raised with our fathers. Or if we were, the fathers weren't in the home. The fathers did not play a major role in our lives. So we find ourselves getting these men. We find ourselves getting with men. And we find ourselves allowing them to pretty much be our daddy instead of our lover or our husband. We find ourselves allowing them to re-raise us. You know, so that's a good one. That's sleeping with the enemy as well. And sometimes that's all that man know because maybe he saw his mother go through it with his father. Control freaks. Absolutely, Dwight. Control freaks. You can't put perfume or cologne on top of funk. Dwight, you know what? You know what? I say all the time. You can't hide. You can't cover up trash. You can't put Febreze on it. You can't put bleach on it. The only thing it's going to do is going to take the smell away for a few hours. But guess what? In a few hours or the next day, within 24 hours, that smell is going to come back. So once you dress up and make her feel like you are the one, if you're not the one, oh, the smell will come out. But she have to be willing to smell it. She have to be willing to know that smell is coming from him and not saying, oh, nah, that ain't coming from my man. Yeah, it's coming from him. Yeah, there's a lot of inbox freaks out there. Some people have enemies. Yeah, we all have them. Okay, somebody say eventually what happens in the dark will come to the light. Some folks are just humping around, and there are those who hook up and now married for several years with kids. Yes, Reddick Edwards. You are absolutely right. I've known some people who, well, I know one couple, they had a one-night stand and they had a child out of this one-night stand. They've been married now for over 20-something years. And this was before I even moved from Dallas and relocated back to Houston, like in 90-something. And they've been married all of this time. So you are exactly right. You know, now that doesn't happen all of the time, but it does happen, you know. So when you meet somebody, it's very rare because a lot of times on one-night standers, a lot of times they just don't work because you don't know the person. And then when you end up moving in with these people, you'll be like, I didn't know you was like that. I didn't know you fought in your sleep. I didn't know you like to burp at the table while you eating your dinner. You know, just some things you just don't know about people. And some things you just think once you get with them and then you find out this really ain't who I want. The sex may be good. But when all the arguing and all that kind of stuff, you be like, it ain't worth it. You find yourself wondering. You find yourself, your eyes looking in other places. You find yourself looking for love in all the wrong places at that point. So you're exactly right. But like I said, it doesn't happen all the time where one-night standers happen. Some folks are cray-cray and nasty. True. Dwight said you have to be more careful. Yes, you do have to be more careful. But see, this is what we're talking about. Folks need to... I'm looking at a few of these questions I'm not going to ask because I told the same person today that I'm not... You know what? Okay, let me... She's meaning Monique definitely is worth more than 5. Okay, this person is on here. Okay, let me see. Did I just see Billy? Hey, Billy. Okay, Karan, you're on here. You're asking me the same question that I said in my inbox that I did not want to talk about. But since you're talking about it, let's go ahead and talk about it now. And I'm just going to talk about it briefly. Karan on here, he wants to know If you have a, hey Tisha, if you have a, hey Mimi, if you have a threesome, is that sleeping with the enemy? The only thing I'm gonna say about that is whatever floats your boat, you do it. I told you I didn't feel comfortable with talking about this. I really didn't want to talk about it because you open up the door to talk about other things when you talk about this. But let me go ahead and answer your question. In my opinion, you open up the door to other spirits when you do that. You open up the door to other things happening in your bedroom when you do that. Now, I don't tell people who to bring in their bedroom. I don't tell people how to carry their marriages. I don't tell people how to run their sexual relationship. I will say this, whatever keep the spice going, that's what you do. Whatever, if that's what your man wants to keep him from going out cheating, that's what you do. Some people may say, well, that's cheating, bringing a third person in the bedroom. Again, whatever floats your boat, do it. Yes, point blank, period. I mean, for me, I've done some things in my life. I've done some things in my past, some things I'm ashamed of, some things I will probably never, ever, ever talk about, some things I will probably go to my grave with. But there are some things that I won't allow myself to get involved with now that I'm older, because I've learned that it's only trouble and people end up getting hurt, and it's just not a good thing. How can you love your wife? And see, that's just sexual pleasures. You have to go back and revisit the mental mind and visit the heart and say, if I love this person and if this is the person that I chose to be with, this is all I need. This is everything I need. But if you're trying to do some tricks and flips and stuff that that she ain't gonna do, then I can see why you go and do, again, I really don't want to talk about that, but I just answered that, and I hope that answered your question, because I told you in my inbox, I really didn't not want to bring that out, but since you put it out here already on the page. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for you all tonight. I promised that I would not keep this no longer than 30 minutes. I know I went over 30 minutes. It's 9:29. I went over 30 minutes, but I hope I've helped somebody. Hey, Ashley, I hope you all like, share, and tag. Like, share, and tag. Please, 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 please. And let me see something right quick. Let me see if I can bring somebody on here. Give me 1 second. No. I don't want to bring that person on. No, I don't want to bring that person on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. Billy, I'm looking for you. Justice, I know you at work. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can get Billy on here. Okay. They say can't bring him on. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, I was going to bring Billy on because I wanted to ask him a question or two while I had you all on. But anyway, I'm going to say good night to you all. Thank you all for being on here tonight. And continue to follow me on Instagram at Your Christian Diva. Follow me on YouTube at Christian Diva 09. And follow me on Twitter at Christian Diva number 10. And you all are evidently following me here on Facebook. I'm very tired of my body. I guess you all can tell in my voice. And I am about to get off of here and go to bed. I'm so tired. But thank you all again for being on here. Peace out. One love. I love each and every one of you all. Good night. Bye-bye. And all right. Let's end this.